Hi friends, welcome back to Busy Girl Budgets. My name is Mallory and I live in New Mexico with my husband and our 2 dogs. So if you're interested in all things money or savings related, then please stick around. Well, hey friends. Welcome back to another cash stuffing. It is another week, another Friday, another cash stuffing day. So we love that. I am feeling a lot better from the last few weeks. I was sick and then I had surgery and I am feeling a million times better. Not like 100% yet, but finally not such bad pain and not as bad of like fatigue. So I'm definitely feeling more like myself. And it is starting to warm up here in New Mexico. It's been in the 60s this week and the sun is shining and it is just feeding my soul. It is really just definitely helped my mental health. So happy about that. So let's get into the cash stuffing. I have my money here and I'm going to move my binders and pull out my cash tray. We are stuffing $815 today. Had it on my calculator. And we're going to go ahead and count that together. Before I get into that, let's do a breakdown of what money we had to work with this week. As far as what I planned to stuff and put towards debt this week, the total for that was $1,115 was left over to do whatever I wanted with. So I'm making a $300 debt payment. I did not pull out the cash. I was doing that previously, but I just decided that was kind of just an extra step that I don't like to do. But we'll still color in the tracker together, and we have already way surpassed our monthly $500 debt goal. So we're just going to keep the momentum going with another $300 today, and we are stuffing the rest. So let's give that a count. I have 1, 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 5, 10, whoops, 15, 20, 25, 30, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so 815, everything equals out. We are good to go. All right, let's jump into the wallet. I'm going to move these binders for now. I have some change to empty out, and this $1 bill was still in my wallet, so I'm going to leave it in miscellaneous. And then let's empty out our change. So my channel grew a lot in subscribers this last week, so if you are a new subscriber, or even if you're not, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. Some of my shorts got a lot of views this last week, and so there's a lot of new people here. So a little bit about me aside from, my intro. Again, I live in New Mexico. I'm married, no kids. I have 2 dogs. They are super expensive. We are really just trying to pay off debt. We are homeowners. We don't have a lot of debt. We don't have any student loans. One of our cars is completely paid off. So we're just trying to pay off this last credit card that we have. And then other than that, the only debt that we have is one other car that is about 65% paid off. And we have a travel trailer that we use kind of as a guest house because our house is kind of on the small side and we have a lot of visitors from out of state. So we have a travel trailer. That was the more economical way to go instead of moving or putting an addition on our house. So we do have full hookups on our property and we're able to have guests come and use that kind of as their own little space. And it's been really functional, and then we get to use that as well. And the only other debt we have then is our mortgage, and it is extremely low. It is very low compared to what the mortgages people have now. It's less than people pay for rent, much less than people pay for rent. So we bought at the right time. We were fortunate enough to purchase from family, and everything kind of just worked out. So we'll probably be in this house for the rest of our lives, because I will never be able to pay less than I pay now. And yeah, I think we're just kind of content living our life a little bit more simply and being able to spend more money on like experiences and travel and, gifting and donating to other people or family members that may need help at the time. We do travel a lot to help my parents, and I absolutely love that. Wouldn't change it for the world. So anyway, that's a little bit about us. Another thing is a lot of cash stuffers do stuff for bills. On this channel, we do not stuff for bills. If that works for you, and if you need to do it that way, by all means, do it. The point of cash stuffing is to do it however works best for you and for your situation, and no two situations are identical. So, I mean, if you have questions about how I do things or my setup, by all means, please ask, and I'm happy to share. But your setup does not have to look like anybody else's. So this is just what works for me and my family. So let's get into it. All right. Did I dump my change? Yes, I did. I talked through that whole thing. I didn't even remember if I did it. All right, y'all. So usually I don't stuff for groceries, but I usually do pickup. But I think this week we're going to go to Trader Joe's, and so I am going to have to use cash. So we're going to put $70 in there this week. $70 in groceries. Dining out is getting the usual $50. $20, $40, and $50. Oops, this is getting all disorganized today. Okay, fun money. My fun money is getting $20. And miscellaneous is getting $14, $10, $11, $12, $13, and $14. And there's already one in there, so that makes $15 in miscellaneous. All right. And then I stuffed $20 fun money for myself, so my husband will also always get $20 as well. So we'll put that to the side for him. So if you're new, since there are not a lot, wow, tongue twister, I can't talk today. There are a lot of new people here. All of this is shared funds. I get paid every week. I only work part-time. And then my husband is kind of the main breadwinner, and he gets paid bi-weekly. So on those weeks, the cash stuffing is a little bit larger than on the weeks where I am just paid. And the weeks where my husband is paid is also the weeks that we pay our bills. So that was this week. And that's just kind of how we do things around here, and that's what works for us. So moving on, we are going to get into my high priority long-term sinking funds. So I have 3 binders with different categories, and then I also have a savings challenge binder. So all of my binders basically are sinking funds since I don't stuff for bills. And I have a lot of categories, but that's because I'm a very organized and detail-oriented person, and I like things to be very specific. So in one of my binders, I have multiple categories that I guess you could say could be the same category, but in my head they're not, and they mean something different, and I know what they mean. So I can explain those to you guys when we get into that next binder. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but again, this is my highest priority binder, and things that are going to take me a little bit longer to fulfill the fully funded for them. So emergency fund is always getting $20. So it has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 280. That's wonderful. Adding $20 a week is adding up. Now we have my dog's emergency. This was newly started in the beginning of the year. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, and 140. Okay, car repairs. We're going to put 20 in here today. And depending on whether or not we get tax money back, which I have no idea if we will. I'm thinking that we're going to owe. But if we get tax money back, probably a chunk of that is going to be going in here because my husband's car has another maintenance thing that has to be done. And you guys know, if you've watched for a while, we just shelled out thousands of dollars on a repair and new tires. but his car is paid off, so honestly, it's still cheaper than a car payment. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. And honestly, we have not had to do any maintenance on this car since we bought it in 2019. So it's really not bad. I hate paying for necessities. You guys know what I mean? Like, I hate paying for things that you need. It's not fun. It's not really fun. Doesn't mean I won't do it, but do I like to do it? Not really. Okay, so Michigan is getting 50. I'm going to start to try to put a little bit more in this because summer is coming up and that's when we'll be going. So we have 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240, 250, 260, 265, and 270. And again, this is just for like our travel up there. We drive, but we do stop halfway in a hotel. So this is like gas, staying in the hotel, once on the way there, once on the way back. And then just any extra spending money. We do still work the whole time that we're there. We're usually there about 6 weeks. So we're still earning a paycheck, but we also still have the same expenses as we do at home because we still have to pay all of our bills for our house and everything while we're away. So, okay, vacation is getting 50 as well today. That's 60 in there, and that is because we are going to see my brother in Denver here next month. So starting to put some extra spending money in there. Anniversary is going to get 20. I need to do a condensing because I have a lot of 10s in here. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 205, and 210. 210 in anniversary, and that is not until October, so we are on track. Home projects today is getting 10. This isn't a huge priority for me right now, but I just want to put a little bit away here and there when I can, because we do own our house and inevitably there are things that we want to do. So there's 20 in there. And then taxes is getting the most today. It's getting 100. So we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So 265 in taxes. And this is really just to pay our CPA to do our taxes. We do have our appointment next week. So in my next cash stuffing, I will know if we owe or if we're getting a refund. So I really hope we get a refund, but we shall see. Okay, so that's it for my long-term sinking funds. Now, jumping into my gray binder, that will be my short-term sinking funds. So this is stuff that I don't pull from necessarily that often, but it's more frequent than my long-term sinking funds. So my dogs, this is a high priority for me. They're my babies. They're going to get 50 today. Let's see. All right. So they have 50, 100, 120, and 130. And I did make my dog a groomer's appointment. So he only goes about twice a year. He probably should go more, but it is just so expensive because he's part Aussie, part Golden Retriever, and we have to do the de-shedding on him and everything. And each time we go, it's about $120 plus I tip the lady. So, yeah, it's pricey. And then this week as well, or maybe it's next week, he has his medication on auto ship, and that is $200. So I'm probably gonna have to dip into their emergency fund to cover that. But I also do have a commission check coming in from my realtor referral. So I will probably maybe use a portion of that as well. We'll see. Either way, it'll get covered. Okay, household. I'm putting 15, and let's see, there's 10. And 5. So now in household we have 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Now this is the binder where there's a lot of things that might be like similar in what they mean. So I'll get to that in a second. Costco is getting 50. I get a lot of questions on my wallet stuffing shorts about how I'm able to only stuff usually $50 in my weekly grocery budget. It's because I have a Costco / Sam's Club sinking fund. Because I try to put between like $150 and $200 in this every month. Because then I go buy things like meat, eggs, bread, just any frozen item, certain types of produce, buy in bulk at Costco. And that keeps my weekly grocery budget low. And I do have a deep freeze. So I buy meat in bulk and I package it and I put it in our freezer. All right. Beauty. Okay, so here's where it gets to things that might be considered, they could all be in the same envelope. I have a beauty envelope. I have a toiletries envelope. And I have a self-care envelope. And these things are not the same in my mind. So beauty, this is for haircuts almost exclusively. This is for my husband's haircuts and mine, which he gets his haircut once a month and I get mine every 10 weeks. I also order my hair color online from a company called eSalon. They are professional stylists that mix your color for you and send it to you. So it's actually formulated for you. It is, I would say, half the price of, or more than that, maybe 40% of the price of going and getting it done at a salon. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to a lot of hair colors and they make my head literally break out in hives. And so I quit getting my hair colored, but I'm starting to have grays, which, oh my gosh, being in your 30s, I'm not ready for it. I mean, I'm already in my 30s, but I don't want to be. So with the grays, like I wanted coverage, so I decided to do eSalon. You could definitely do it cheaper. I pay, I think it's like $40 every 8 weeks to get hair color. But I always have them send me 2 bottles because I have really, really long hair. If you do, and it's thick. If you don't need that, you can just get away with 1 bottle, and I think it's $20. So that is definitely a lot cheaper, but the hair color is definitely a higher quality than just getting a box color from the store. So, but if you're doing that, like, you do you, man. Do whatever you're gonna do. But if you want something that's a little bit better quality, like salon grade, then maybe give that a shot. Okay, I don't know if I even stuffed this. Okay, so beauty is mostly for haircuts or hair color. I am not a person who like goes and buys makeup a lot. I almost never go to Ulta. I don't even wear makeup that much. I probably wear makeup twice a week. And it's like when we go to Bible study, and that's it. So anyway, I've got 10, 20, 30, 35, and wait, that's wrong. I put too much in here. It's only supposed to be 10, not 15. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 35. Okay, so 35 in beauty, which could also be known as haircuts. So toiletries, this is like face wash, shampoo, hand soap, but also I might pull like hand soap from household also. Yeah, so that's what this is to me, that type of thing. And so we're putting 10 in here today. And that's 10, 20, 25. And then the next one is self-care. And I think this could also be wrapped into that category of beauty, but really self-care could be like taking yourself out and buying yourself a new book at Barnes and Noble. Like, it could be like taking yourself to the movie. It could be, to me, it means like I'm gonna go get one of those scalp treatment at a scalp spa situation, or a massage, or it's buy yourself a new outfit. Like, it's really anything that you're doing to like show self-love. In my opinion, that's what this envelope means to me. So we are putting 15 in here today. So my money is getting out of control over here. We've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. So there's 60 in here. And I don't put like a whole lot in here, and I haven't spent from it at all yet, I don't think. No, I've just been stuffing it. This was a new one in January. And then health, and I inevitably get this accusation every time I stuff this on a short video that I do. Someone's like, you don't put very much in health. Like, you need to prioritize stuff that is more important. You're prioritizing things that aren't important. Okay, so PSA, we have an FSA, very significant FSA through my husband's work. If you don't know what that is, it's a flexible spending account, and it's money taken out of your check pre-tax that is then loaded onto a debit card, basically, and you can use it throughout the year to pay for anything health related. It can also be used to purchase things like a heating pad, vitamins, medications. I have bought fake nails with it before. Like, it covers the weirdest stuff, but primarily it is for anything health related. And so when you go into a store, it'll tell you, like, on the tag, is it FSA or HSA eligible? So when you swipe your card, if it's not eligible, it's not going to cover those items. But anyway, that is why I don't put that much money in here. I stuff a little bit because maybe possibly towards the end of the year, if we've gone through that whole FSA account and we need to cover it, or if we're just going to go buy like some NyQuil or something, I might just pull from this. But I don't have to stuff it that much because we have really good insurance, and that FSA really takes care of the difference. So we are putting $10 in here today. So yes, it only has $10, $20, $21, $22. But I rarely pull from it. Okay, so that is it for my short-term sinking funds. And next we're going to move into my low priority binder. So this is stuff that is really not a priority. A lot of this stuff I will not stuff or only put like a few dollars in on the weeks that I am paid. But this is the binder that honestly could be totally skipped. If I had to completely downgrade my budget and I was working with a lot less, this binder would probably just get thrown out the window because it's really stuff that's like not essential. So coffee. This is not for daily coffee runs. My husband makes his own coffee. This is for coffee supplies. And today we're putting 5. I really don't need to put anything in here because he has not been drinking very much coffee. So we haven't had to buy anything coffee related. Well, since I created this, I did buy one coffee for someone else, like at a coffee shop, and that was $7. But otherwise, I have not used this. Okay, so I have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Okay. Entertainment. I'm stuffing this one with a larger amount this week. I'm putting $30. That's because I'll probably use some of this maybe when we go out of town. So we'll do 20, 30, whoops. Fix that. $20, $40, $60, $70, $80 in entertainment. I still have not seen the new Mean Girls movie, you guys. If you've seen it, don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it. But leave me a pink heart emoji in the comments if you have seen it. Please. Because I have not really heard anybody talking about it, honestly. I mean, I haven't like tried to get people to talk about it. I've tried to go see it on 2 separate occasions, and both times had to cancel because of being sick. Wow. So at this point, I think I'm waiting for it to just come out like on a streaming service and then have some girlfriends over and do like a Mean Girls viewing party because I also think that would be super fun. Okay. So clothing, we're stuffing 50 today. Because I'm trying to build this up. My husband needs some new clothes, and Dillard's usually does a like end of winter / early spring clearance sale, and it's like up to 65% off, and they have really good quality clothing, and my husband likes to shop there, so we are saving up for that. So we've got 50, 70, 90, 100, 105, 110. Shopping is getting 20. And this is for any just like random shopping that we might do. It might be like buying a home decor item, or just I walk into TJ Maxx and things speak to me. I mean, it's just kind of whatever. So 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Gifts is getting skipped because I actually already spent this today. I got flowers for my husband's grandmother and dropped them off for her. And then, let's see, hobbies is going to get 10. This is mainly for my husband. He's like really into Pokemon, so he does get his fun money and he does use that a lot for Pokemon, but sometimes there's just something he cannot live without. And so I like to have a little bit extra for him. So I've got 10, 15, and 20. He told me the other day that I need to get a hobby, and I'm like, I have a hobby. It's saving money, and it's doing cash stuffing. So anyway, we all have to make sacrifices. Anyway, tech is getting 10. Let's see. So I've got 20, 30, 35. And then furniture is also getting 10 today. So I've got 15. All right. So that wraps up my low priority binder. And now we will hop into my last binder, which is my savings challenges and my absolute favorite thing to stuff. I cannot believe like how much already is in here. It's pretty cool to see. And I got some haters when I posted this short because they were like, someone literally was like, "You are so dumb." And I was like, okay. It's so dumb that I'm saving this money, but okay, whatever. Anyway, YouTube actually like filtered it out because they were like, "That's hateful." And I'm like, yeah, it is hateful. You know what? You're silly. Okay. So let me get, oh no, I need a 10 for this. Let me swap out, let's see, maybe in my wallet. Let's see. I need a 10 for this challenge, and somehow something got a little bit messed up. So here's my wallet, and I'm going to put 2 5s. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this because I have a gross 5. This one I had to tape back together. Okay, so I'm going to put the 2 5s in there, and I'm going to put the 10 back there. So I still have 20, 40, 45, 50 in food. And here's groceries. Okay, sorry if that was confusing to you guys, but I did something wrong somewhere. Anyway, okay, so we're putting $1 into the dollar savings challenge. So we should be up to 8. And if you guys don't know, this challenge is from BusyGirlBudgets. Find her on YouTube. She also has an Instagram, and that's where you can purchase this challenge if you want to do it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into the $1 savings challenge. This one is just fun. I don't know. I just like it. I love savings challenges. For some reason, it's like easier to save. You're really just tricking your mind. That's the thing about, like, some people will comment and be like, "You're so dumb, just put your money in the bank," or "Just don't spend your money." Well, guess what? Not all of our brains are wired that way, and some of us have a swipe problem, okay? And so, yeah, like, doing that just does not work for me. This is the only way, honestly, in my whole life that I have ever been able to save money and actually pay things off. And so if it works for you, just do it. And like, you'll learn things along the way. I've definitely cut back on, like, I don't go shopping very much. I don't even physically go to stores, hardly at all. There are no more like, I'm just going to go take a stroll around Target. That happens like once every 6 months for me. It is not a weekly thing, and it used to be. And the older I've gotten too, I've just been like, I don't need anything. Like, there is nothing for the most part that I'm like, I absolutely have to have that. And it was definitely a mind shift when you start to think about things that are most important to you personally. And yeah, but doing this has just helps me like exponentially. I don't remember if I colored that in. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, so we're putting 5, so we should have 40 in here now. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's correct. All right, putting another 10. So now we're going to have 80. I just cannot wait to like see this progress throughout the year. I just think it's so cool. All right, we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. All right, the $20. This one is now up to 160. Very exciting. Okay, so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. Awesome. And then if you're new, we don't stuff the $50 savings challenge or the $100 savings challenge every week. That's once a month. So as you guys can see, I've already done February. So the next time we'll stuff it is March 1st, I think, is when our first check comes. So we will then be up to $150 in the $50 and $300 in the $100. So already, like, let's add this up, you guys, what we have saved so far. We have $200 in the $100, $100 in the $50, $160 in the 20s, $80 in the 10s, $40 in the 5s, and $8 in the 1s. So already, you guys, we've saved $588, and it has not seemed like difficult. So that's why I really like this challenge. Granted, I know that we do have more money to work with than maybe a lot of you have to work with after bills are paid. I know that not everybody's able to do this, but even if you could just do the $1 one or the $5 one, the $5 one at the end of the year is $260. I mean, that's something. Or try and complete it in 6 months. And by the end of the year, you would have over $500. So everybody can save just a little bit, and that's the point of this challenge. It's called Every Little Bit Adds Up. So again, it's by Daisy Budgets. Go check it out. All right, so we're done with that challenge for now. The next thing we're going to stuff is my $1,000 emergency fund. So I do have a sinking fund for this, but I'm also double contributing because I want to get that built up. So we're putting $20 in there today. So I just want to get this back up to 1,000. Realistically, I want to have this at at least a full month's expenses as an emergency fund. And then after that, I mean, they really say you should have like 3 to 6 months of living expenses as an emergency fund. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're still trying to pay off some debt. So that's a priority right now, but I still want to work on this because if you don't have any type of emergency fund to fall back on, that's what lands you right back in debt when you have something unexpected happen. So now in our emergency fund savings challenge, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 200. Awesome. So we're up to 200 in here, and I have 280 in my sinking fund. So that's 480. So we're nearly halfway there to that $500. Okay, so lastly is my monthly debt tracker. So you guys, actually, we won't be coloring this in because I've already completed it. So I should have written down like on the back how much we did, but we've done, let's see, I could figure it out right now. Let's see. Bear with me here while I do this in my head. 310 was already colored in last week, and then I colored in another 300 last week, and I'm coloring in another well, I'm not coloring in, but I'm adding another 300 today. So that's 910 this month so far that I have contributed towards debt. So that's awesome. and we will start this fresh in March. I'm hoping to make another payment of about $1,000 to some debt to get that just like a big chunk knocked off. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with these taxes because it's unpredictable. I just do not know what to expect. Anyway, I've rambled enough for today. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. It would really, really help to grow my channel, and I would really appreciate it. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 860, 870 right now. And I think my channel went up by like quite a few this last week. And if it's anything like last week, we'll probably hit 1,000 this week. So if you guys really enjoy these videos and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, please like, please share. Anything you can do to help support this channel and this journey, because again, we're trying to work towards financial freedom, and a like or a comment will help me to get there. So thank you for your support. That's it for today, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.